Would you rather be rich but never have a romantic relationship, or whatever romantic relationship you want, you're free to date, get married, whatever, but you're going to spend your life poor?
Ooh.
Which one are you going with at 8772 Radio U? And I think we should be clear here.
Go ahead. Yep.
Because I know what everyone's going to start like me. This is what I would say. So I'm going to clear this. You don't have to get divorced if you're choosing the rich and single option. It's not, would you divorce your person or would you break up with them for several $1 million?
This is a restart.
Yeah, this is, if you had to choose starting from day one, which would you choose?
And also, you can't do like well, I'd be poor and married, and then we'd make it work, and we'd save up money. You're poor.
Yeah. You just got to be poor.
You're just poor. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, there's no turning your life around.
Yeah.
You guys are poor.
All you have is each other.
Yep. No matter what.
Uh-huh.
I don't care if you hit the lottery in your little fake scenario. You're poor.
Yeah. That's this is the point. What's more important if you could only choose one, love or money? 8772 Radio U. You think we've covered all the loopholes and the little scenarios people will invent?
We can never cover them all.
No, we can't.
Wait till the texts come in.
Especially like this. Well, let us know which side you're going with in today's Would You Rather Wednesday. Rich and single for life, or poor and happily married?
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
It's Would You Rather Wednesday. You can chime in on today's question at 8772 Radio U. The Would You Rather posed by Leo, who said, would you rather be rich but never have a relationship? You're rich and single for life. Or would you rather be poor, but you can get married, you can have a sweetheart, you can do, whatever? Which are you choosing? 8772 Radio U. Regina says love every time.
Respectable choice.
Respectable. Anthony said he's also going with love. He doesn't want to be lonely. He'd rather be poor and happily married than rich and lonely.
Respectable choice.
Yeah.
I think as Anthony called into us,
Yeah.
you think his wife was sitting right next to him? She's like giving him the beady eyes.
Yeah. Holding a gun to his head, perhaps.
He's like, no,
figuratively,
babe,
of course.
I'm doing it myself. I'm calling it myself. This is my idea.
I don't know. He sounded happy.
He sounded genuine.
Yeah. D going with relationship. Just because I'm poor doesn't mean they are. Yes, it does, D. That's the question. We covered this. Isaiah, what are you choosing?
I go back and forth here. There's a part of me that's like, man, because it's two completely different lifestyles.
Yeah.
You could be rich and single and you could live a happy life.
Yeah.
People say like
some people are single and not rich and live a happy life.
Exactly. But I think I'm pretty content. I think I could be a pretty good poor guy. It doesn't take a lot to make me very happy. My hobbies are very cheap.
Yeah.
As long as I have a TV, I can watch the Browns and the Buckeyes, my Cavs. I've got my dog. He doesn't cost very much money.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go poor, happily married.
Really?
I think that would be my choice. Yeah, I think I'm pretty easy to please. I would prefer not to be poor, but if I had to be poor yet again, I am down with McDonald's and the Kroger discount food. Doesn't really bother me too much. I could live in a small house. It's okay with me.
It kind of sounds like you're describing your life right now.
It is. This because I'm living it. I'm pretty happy right now.
You think you're poor?
I wouldn't consider myself rich.
When I'm thinking of poor, though, I think like people, like if somebody was asked to describe you, they would describe you as poor. Like that kind of poor. I don't mean,
you're thinking like poor.
I don't mean like out on the street, but just like you are scraping to make ends meet.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. Like real down bad. McDonald's is a maybe. It's not a okay. It's a maybe.
Let me ask you this,
I'm thinking
though.
of poor.
Am I getting like regular showers? I don't look dirty, do I?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. But you have like a bad apartment. You
I'm
don't
not
have the
a
place you
hobo.
have now. Yeah, you have a bad apartment. You are at risk of bed bugs.
Ooh, man, that's so
Poor.
tough. But you know what? We'll make it work.
You'll make it work. You'll have bed bugs together. You'll have bed bugs together. I feel like this is so wildly different because if you asked me this when I was like 16, I'd be like, oh, love. Yeah. Relationships are so important. And yet again,
Keep it rolling. I like where this is going.
I'm not saying if somebody offered me millions of dollars, I would dump my wife. I'm not saying that. We're very happily married. But if it was the choice of one or the other, starting off, I'm going with rich and single. And the reason is
hot dog and
because being poor sucks.
hot dog
It is
and Hudson.
no fun. And I think I guess I think about it this way. If you're rich and single, that's one hole in your life that you don't have a romantic relationship with anybody. But if you're poor and married, that's that romantic friendship, like that kind of hole is filled. But you're poor. Now there's a whole bunch of other holes that you have to fill.
There are a lot of
and
holes
you don't
there.
have the means to fill them.
David says, I'm currently both poor and lonely. I'd rather add someone in my life and not be lonely anymore. You know what, David? You can do that.
Yeah, that's, I guess, more realistic.
I think it
Probably
might
the
be
more realistic take.
for people that are poor and lonely right now. I think it's more likely that you could find somebody than to become rich all of a sudden.
Yep, that's true. That is true.
You could find yourself a lady a lot easier than you could make $100,000.
There's a reason they call it the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's hard to attain.
But everybody can find themselves a girlfriend.
Yeah, that's not a dream. That's reality.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.